Whoa, 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 ho, 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 caught in a bat romance. Whoa, 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 ho, 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 caught in a bat romance. Not bad, huh? Let's just say I'm pretty much caught in a bat romance. Rah, 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 ah. That's right, I'm Batman. Or, if you prefer, multi-voice reviewer. Oh well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I bet you're wondering what am I doing in this review? Well, I'm gonna review to you something very different. And my review is going to be Suicide Squad. That's right, I got this movie. You know, I had to say, DC movies these days are becoming kind of rocky, to say the least. Because, ever since I heard that most of these DC movies are becoming kinda although Wonder Woman turned out to be a really good movie. Actually, it was really successful. Of course, you saw me review that. But the reason why I'm reviewing Suicide Squad because of one dang good reason. Do you ever want to know why people like DC superheroes? I mean, everybody loves Marvel because of, it's because Marvel has superheroes people relate to. While DC has superheroes people look up to, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and all the others. But one thing is way more interesting than the superheroes is, of course, the villains. But before I'm going to tell you about the movie, first, a little known history. A long time ago, one of the DC creators decided to make a comic book about a group of villains who had been assigned by Amanda Waller. Now, Amanda Waller, she's this black woman who works with the government. She doesn't trust superheroes. So what she does is she assembles a team of bad guys, crooks, supervillains, to do a suicidal mission that no superhero won't do. And of course, she picks them out of their own free will, and she also warns them, if they try to go AWOL, she implanted a little chip in the back of their head. So, anytime any of the members of the, any of the villain members of the Suicide Squad tries to go AWOL, beep, blows their head off. And this is the very first issue of Suicide Squad ever made. That's right, folks. This here was the first issue of Suicide Squad. You probably remember the faces of these villains, like Captain Boomerang, Deadshot. I think this one's supposed to be Enchantress. I think Catwoman's in this. I'm not quite sure. But Suicide Squad became the most interesting comic book that they revamped them in the New 52. And the reason why I'm talking about Suicide Squad is because, I mean, this is my theory here. The reason why most people love DC Comics is because DC Comics has the most interesting villains. Very colorful, very different, like the Joker, Lex Luthor, Black Adam, Captain Boomerang, the psycho killer who loves beer and uses his boomerangs to kill people. Deadshot, a skilled assassin who's really good with his shooting his targets, and he's also a master of ricochet. He can see what items that his bullets can bounce off of to get to his target. And of course, they decided to make Deadshot be a little bit more sensitive by letting him have a little daughter that he's trying to go straight, but something always gets in his way. Unbelievable, right? And now I heard that the, well, and one thing they made about Suicide Squad so far is before they made this movie, they made this animated called Suicide Squad Assault on Arkham. It's like a DC version of Ocean 11, and they introduce Harley Quinn as the member of the squad. And this one is supposed to be a tie-in. Supposed to be a tie-in to the Batman Arkham series. Yeah, that's right. I got all 3 of the Batman Arkham games. I don't have Batman Arkham Knight because I still don't have a PlayStation 4 that works. And if you ask me about the Batman Tall Tales, same reason. Don't have a PlayStation 4. I wish I have, and I like to try them. But anyway, this one was the turning point of the Suicide Squad. Although they had the Suicide Squad appeared in dozens of other episodes of the Justice League. And heck, right now there's a brand new Justice Squad called Hell to Pay. I don't know if it's going to be interesting or not, but I guess I'll check it out. But let's get to the movie, shall we? Some people say that this movie sucks, this movie's good, and there's some people who think it's okay. Or, I don't know. But, here's the premise. You see, Amanda Waller here, ever since Batman v Superman and the Man of Steel started happening and start noticing that there's other superhero heroes out there. So therefore she talked to the government to do a top secret suicide mission in order to do a mission that the Justice League won't do. And it was before the Justice League movie was made. And of course, she hires this soldier named Rick Flag, who is supposed to be the one in charge of the Suicide Squad. And of course, he assembles Will Smith as Deadshot, this British actor as Captain Boomerang, this Australian actress who plays Harley Quinn. Yeah, I was surprised. I have to say, her performance as Harley Quinn is really, really good, and dang, she looks hot. I mean, some people would say she's there for fan service, but one thing I like on this one, they had the origin story, like how she became Harley Quinn. And of course, you have El Diablo. She's a Mexican guy who can make himself spontaneously combust and become this nuclear flame burning everywhere he goes. But he becomes a pacifist because he had an argument with his wife, and his rage, his anger, caused him to implode, and, well, not implode, but made him burst into flames, and it killed his wife and kids, so he vowed not to kill anybody. And of course you have Killer Croc, aka Waylon Jones. One thing I know about him is that Waylon Jones has this rare illness where his skin gets all scaly. It kind of made him look like a human reptile. And he was once a former wrestler until he accidentally killed somebody during the ring. So he gets arrested. And as he gets older, his teeth his teeth, his skin got thickened, and he starts turning more and more into a reptile and a monster. And therefore, people treat him as a monster. Now, this guy, he's the red shirt. You know, in Star Trek, every episode of Star Trek, there's always the red shirt character, the first character who gets killed, while the rest of the characters survives. And his character is called Slipknot. He specializes in, you know, grappling hooks and ropes and wires. But they killed him off. And of course, joining along with Rick Hunter is, of course, Kitana. Now, Kitana, she's a superhero. Yeah, sometimes superheroes do join the Suicide Squad to make sure they don't go AWOL. Anyway, Cortana here, she's a trained ninja and assassin. And of course, she has one thing about her sword. His sword held the souls of people that she killed. And even though she doesn't want to use it on anybody, but she feels really bad for killing the people that she used her sword with and kept their souls in it. And she tries her best to try to have the souls in her sword be free. But she's on Rick Hunter's side, so she has to make sure none of these members of the squad doesn't get AWOL. And last but not least, we have the Enchantress. Now, she starts out as Rick Hunter's girlfriend, who is also an archaeologist. And during her find, she found this Aztec relic, but after she accidentally opened it, boom, she gets possessed by the Enchantress, a mystical, godlike witch. But of course, she's planning to bring about the apocalypse. And her plan? She's trying to contact her brother and bring about the end of the world. So Amanda Waller tries to let the team do their job. Little does she know that she's being backstabbed by Enchantress, and she had possessed somebody else to become her brother so she can bring about the apocalypse. While Rick Hunter here is trying to get the Enchantress out of her body, trying to unpossess her. But the biggest thorn in everybody's back is, of course, having the Joker in this movie. And this one was played by Jared Leto. Oh, good God. You know, I really don't like Jared Leto's performance of the Joker. And of course, he was becoming so much of a method actor. Little behind scene here, folks. I heard that he was given the cast of this movie, he was delivering them anal beads and dead rats and so forth. As a joke, because he was so much into his character. I mean, I know Heath Ledger was into his Joker character, but he turned out to be a better Joker than Jared Leto. This is why every time when I watch this movie, I watch American Psycho. Because I love the scene in this movie where Christian Bale playing Patrick Bateman. Wait a minute. Batman, Patrick Bateman. Similarities between the two characters. Oh my gosh! Bruce Wayne is Jekyll and Hyde! But anyway, Jared Leto is in this movie. He plays a guy named Paul Allen. And one thing I kind of giggled and get a kick out of in this scene is that Christian Bale, he starts playing the song Hip to Be a Square by you see, Jared Leto played Paul Allen, and Christian Bale was getting him drunk, And what he did, he brought him into his house, put on a raincoat, played Huey Lewis in the News' Hip to Be Square, and axed him. Why I got a kick in this scene in this movie? Well, Jared Leto, he was axing for it, that axe hole. That's why he got the axe. But what can I say? Every time I see that scene, it's hip to be square. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-da. But anyway, in this movie, Jared Leto as the Joker, he starts trying to get Harley Quinn's attention, letting her know that he's around. And he's starting to sound like Jack Nicholson when he says that line, "I can't wait to show you my toys. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you really, really bad." I'm hoping for Deadpool to show up and say, "Well, we should see, Posh Spice." I wish I had Deadpool here. Anyway, in this movie, they go through all this backstory, toss and turns, and so forth, until when they finally push, El Diablo. He finally got into his special power ability, and he becomes all. Oh yeah, and this movie has a little bit of, I mean, you see Batman in this movie, and I mean, Ben Affleck Batman, and of course The Flash. And of course, the Enchantress tries to start creating the end of the world by having this nuclear bomb, and created this huge giant beam coming from the sky. You know, that's been used in so many movies, you know, from the from Man of Steel to the Avengers and that latest Ghostbuster movie, and now this. I mean, what's the deal? I mean, is the movie people have a beam fetish? Anyway, Will Smith, who's playing Deadshot, he decided not to not let all this bad stuff happen. So, what they did, they decided to take some action and deal with the Enchantress, with a little help from Rick Hunter. And of course, the Joker showed up, and Harley Quinn got into his helicopter until his helicopter crashed, making her think that he's dead, but everybody knows about the Joker. He always cheats death. So throughout the entire movie, they finally found a way to stop the Enchantress, and El Diablo got to his giant fiery Aztec form and just destroyed Enchantress's brother. While Deadshot and the others, they finally got the Enchantress and stopped the bomb. And of course, Rick Flag, he thought that the woman that he loved, who is possessed by the Enchantress, he thought she was dead. But no, she was alive and okay. So after that mission, all these villains got what they wanted. And of course, the Joker showed up to bust Harley Quinn out. Harley Quinn going all, "Puddin'!" And Jared Leto Joker going like, "Darling, let's go home." All in all, I say this movie is really, really good. You can check it out. And now I hear everybody saying that the Justice League movie was stupid and horrible. But to me, not until I got something to say about this. So, if the Justice League movie comes out on Blu-ray or DVD, I'm going to check it out, watch it, and see what I think. And I haven't watched Batman v Superman yet. I mean, I have it on Blu-ray, but I just haven't come around to watch it yet because I have so much on my plate. So, this is Suicide Squad for you. And if anybody likes this review, please leave a comment down below, hit like and subscribe. Oh, it's you. Hey, Joker Doll. What do you think about Jared Leto's performance as the Joker? Oh, Jared Leto as the Joker? No. No, 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 no. If you ask me, I want to put a smile on that face of his. Oh yeah, and I really do love that scene on American Psycho, seeing Christian Bale axing Jared Leto. Oh, I find that very funny. You get a lot of crazy sickos around here. You know what? I think one of these days I should let the Joker review American Psycho. Of course, it has nothing to do with clowns, but... just like he says, psycho killers always been better. Run, 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 run away. Hey, 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 yeah. Well, this is my review of Suicide Squad. As for me, I will return, but this time, my next review isn't going to be DC. I thought I should just let this out, tell you about my thoughts about the Suicide Squad. But my next review is going to be a superhero from Argentina. And then after that, the next superhero is going to be from Mexico. Sí, mi amigo. So this is Multi-Voice Reviewer, aka Batman, telling to you all, I am the Knight, the Dark Knight. So, see ya.